Hi, it's me, Mina again, making another diet video. This video is what I've learned as a first year diet, which will complete. June 21st will be my first full year as a diagnostician. One of the things I think that's the most important is you buy this book called Wright's Law. Because if you're a special ed teacher, some of these laws will sound familiar. If you've never been a SPED teacher and you just became a diag, you won't know what they're talking about. Also, the guide to the Wright's Law, WRIGHTLAW, is really a big overview of the policies and procedure guide that we give to the parents. And you need to know that one backwards and forward. Learn your district's procedures, because your district may have a different way of intake, doing transfers, how they handle schedules of ARDs. I think you need to also, talk to your lead teacher first when you first get out of your training and they go to their campuses to find out what was it like last year for you all. What days did you hold ARDs on and what times? Did you like those times, or would you like to change them? Where they're being held, things like that. Do you have to book a room for the ARD, or will it be in my office because I have a conference area? That type of thing. Always write things down. This year, because I was a first year diag, I went out and bought this calendar that I thought I was going to love. Well, I had to put my own dates in it. I did like it because it offered me paper space. But what I found out was during my training, I wasn't using it. What I did was I had a whole tablet that I was writing notes in. And I really should have been writing it in that calendar as she was talking, so I wouldn't have to go back and forth between these books. The free calendar is probably your best calendar that you'll get from the school, because you can get several of them and it doesn't matter. You know, the one they give you from the credit union or the bank or whatever. But you can always get your own calendar. You were a SPED teacher or a teacher of any kind and you had a favorite calendar that you used, that you could add paper to or whatever. Make sure you add things like the school schedule. Pull that down from the district website along with the bell schedule and the buildings that you'll be working, so you'll know when and where and what time. Also, share your calendar with your lead teacher as well as your SPED teachers. If you're using Windows or Google Docs or Outlook or whatever, make sure they're included so they can see your schedule as you're scheduling these ARDs or testing or in meetings and things like that. So they just won't assume you're always just sitting in your office. Handle transfers very quickly. The first day of school, you're going to get a lot of kids that come in, and the registrar may or may not know. You're going to get a lot of kids that may be foster, may not be foster. You're going to get a lot of kids that come in with paperwork. So make sure you have some type of verification system from your district. My district had a paper that I had to use to verify. And if they walked in with the FIE and the ARD, and the IEP, then that was fine. I could just write that on the sheet. Ask the parent as many questions as they can, because sometimes they come in with an incomplete document. And you need to know, was this child in a unit? Did they go out? Because like I say, sometimes they just bring you the IEP. And usually from the IEP, you can tell if they were in a self-contained unit. Did they go out for resource? Were they in inclusion? What type of support they could get? Always, if a problem jumps out on campus, confer with your supervisor first. Tell the principal or the teacher when they come to you, because they will, that you're going to have to ask your supervisor. Or how did they handle that last year? And if it doesn't sound right, make sure you always end the conversation with, okay, let me get back with you by the end of business after I spoke with my supervisor. Always helps, because especially if it's something that they want to do that they weren't doing last year and they know that they can't do it, but they know you're new, so you'll agree to anything. Make sure your teachers, if you have eSPED, what I didn't realize was I came from Easy IEP and we could see our caseload. Well, eSPED doesn't show you the caseload, and some schools don't give the case managers access to their own caseload.